Hi, welcome. This is a 30-minute class dedicated to really understanding the chest and arm position in extended side angle. So we'll go through a sequence that builds up to extended side angle and repeat that sequence exploring options within the pose. You might want to have blocks for today's class if you've got them handy. If not, don't stress about it. You'll still be able to do the class just fine. Thanks for being here. We'll get started. We're going to start in kneeling at the top of our mat today. So you can sit up on a block if that feels better, or you can kneel up tall on your heels, you choose. But let your mind start to slow down, let your body start to settle in. As you rest into this position, start to take a few deep breaths, breathing east to west. Imagine you're breathing from side to side, feeling your ribs expand out from side to side. Finding a slightly audible quality to your breath that you can hear. Starting to come to that practice of reining in your thoughts. Honoring the space that you've created today to do something for yourself. Take a deep breath in, letting your arms sweep up and overhead. And exhale, draw your hands all the way down to your heart. Release your hands down by your side. If you're using a block, shift your weight forward. Set that block out of the way just towards the front of your mat in case you want to access it later. Come to a tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Start here by shifting the weight slightly into your right hand, but without leaning way over to the side. Take the left fingertips to the back of your neck, elbow pointed out to the side. Raise that elbow up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, drop that elbow all the way down towards your wrist. Inhale, open all the way up towards the ceiling, and exhale all the way down to your wrist. One more time. Inhale, open up, and exhale, close it down. Plant your left hand, we'll do the other side. Right fingertips back of the neck. Inhale, elbow goes up. Exhale, close, elbow to wrist. Inhale up. Exhale, close. Last one, inhale up. And exhale, close. Drop your hands down to the mat. We'll move through a few cat-cows. Starting with cow, drop your belly. Tailbone goes up, crown of head goes up. Cow. Exhale, opposites. Round your spine up towards the ceiling. Tuck your tailbone under. Tuck your chin over into cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more, just like that. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now start to rotate around and break that plane that you live in when you just center into that cat-cow. Find some side-to-side motion. Find some twisting. Feel out the range of motion in your spine. Check in with your body. See how things feel. Touch your toes together. Send your knees wide and come all the way down to a child's pose. We'll take a few breaths here. You can make your child pose more active by pressing into your palms, lifting your elbows up off the earth, but still letting your shoulder blades draw down your back. Keep those shoulders from becoming earrings. One more breath in. One more breath out. And press yourself all the way back up to that tabletop position. Kneeling up all the way up to high to your knees, send your arms up, and exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale your arms up and overhead. I'm going to face you so you can see this here. And we're going to lean, send your right arm all the way down to your side and your left arm up and overhead. Here's what I want to focus on. Your right pinkies should be towards your thigh, your right thumb pointing out, your left pinky pointing, rotating down towards the earth to the extent that you can get it there, and your left pinky up towards the sky. This will come into play with our arms in extended side angle. So remember this feeling, but keeping those lower ribs under control. Don't be so focused on arms and pinkies and rotating that you're dumping into this. Keep your pelvis nice and tucked under, your lower ribs engaged. Inhale, both arms up, switch other side. Left arm comes down, pinkies towards your thigh, thumbs away from you. Right pinky spins down, left thumb spins up. And lean here. And one more time each side. Lean back over to the right. And back to the other side. Lean over to the left. Inhale everything back up. Plant your hands again. You're back in a quick tabletop. Tuck your toes, come all the way up, downward facing dog. First downward dog of the practice. You can wiggle those feet, heel, toe. Bend one knee and then the other. Come up high on the balls of your feet. Breathe here. Inhale, look up between your thumbs. Walk your feet all the way up to those hands. Grab opposite elbows. Quick sway from side to side. Drop your fingertips. Inhale all the way up. Rolling up, up, up. Arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale to your flat back position. Hands to shins or pinkies to the ground. Plant your hands. Step back to your high plank and exhale as you lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, untuck your toes, lift up your chest into this baby cobra, elbows squeezing and pointing back. And exhale, press back through tabletop, hips go up, downward facing dog. Breath in. And as you breathe out, drop to your knees, back to your tabletop position. Come up to kneeling high, step your right foot forward. So your left toes are untucked, your right knee is forward. We're gonna do a kneeling extended side angle, again, just to pay attention to those arms. So reach your arms up and overhead. Now we're gonna open up, you can kickstand your left foot back behind you at a little bit of an angle. Adjust if you need to. Right knee is stacked right over your right ankle. So here we are in a kneeling warrior two, if you will. Gazing over those right fingertips. Breath in. Now moving into our kneeling extended side angle. Your right elbow comes to your right knee, left arm reaches up. This will be option one of our extended side angle as we get there. To take it a little further, you reach your left arm forward, left bicep over the ear. What happens with those pinky? That pinky spins down towards the earth to open up your collarbones. First thing to check here, is your chest open to the side of the room? If you're collapsing, your goal is to keep your chest open. So if you find yourself collapsing, then ease up a little bit. Back off. Don't lean so far into this. You want to keep that chest nice and open. Inhale back to your kneeling warrior two. Plant your hands. Slide that right foot back. Kneel yourself up. Other side. Left foot steps forward. Inhale with your arms up. Kickstand that right leg back a little bit. Maybe heel toe your left foot. Set yourself up in a warrior two. Make any little adjustments that you need. I needed to walk my left foot in a little bit. Get yourself comfy. And now we exhale, left elbow, left knee. Right arm can go straight up, palm facing forward, like you're gonna give a high five to somebody, or spin those pinkies down, bicep over the ear. Again, keeping that chest open and square towards the side of the room. Breath in. and breath out. Inhale, back up. And exhale, spin those hands down. Set that left knee right back down so you're back into your tabletop pose. Tuck your toes and back to downward facing dog. Breath in here and breath out. Inhale, look to your fingertips. Walk your feet all the way up to those hands. Nice deep forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower down. You choose whether you lower to your belly or halfway to chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale, look to your hands. And exhale, walk your feet all the way up to meet those hands. Find a nice forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Listen up. We're going to forward fold, plant your hands, step your left foot back. So you're in a strong low lunge. Get yourself set up, right ankle right underneath right knee, pressing through the ball of your back foot. Come onto your fingertips. Inhale, lift all the way up into crescent pose. Hold here for just a few breaths. We're going to move through a relatively short sequence that finishes an extended side angle. We'll repeat that sequence a couple times more quickly, changing up our extended side angle options every time. Breath in, breath out, warrior two. So here in warrior two, your heel is lined up right with the center of your back foot. Your back foot's parallel to the back of your mat. Your front toes are pointing straight ahead, shoulders stacked over the hips. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, we're going to do a reverse triangle to give our front thigh a break for a minute. Straighten out your front leg. Left hand comes down to the back of your left leg. Right arm reaches up. Breath in. Now we move into our first extended side angle. Rebend your right knee. Your right elbow comes to that right knee. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Option one, you stay here like you're going to high five the side of the room. Option two, you rotate those pinkies down and reach forward, making a long line from your right pinky all the way down your arm to your armpit, all the way down your side body, all the way down to your left heel. Now don't drop and sink into the shoulder. Lift, 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 keeping your chest open to the side of the room. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in. And as you exhale, spin up onto the ball of your back foot. Drop your hands. Step back to your high plank. Lower down to belly or halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pause here for just a quick breath in and out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Arms float up, gaze goes up. And exhale takes us right back down, all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Here we go again, other side. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back this time. You're in this nice, strong, low lunge. And inhale, all the way up, high crescent. We'll move through this side more slowly and then start to pick it up as we get to the other options. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, and breath out. Last breath in here, and exhale, open up, warrior two. Check in with all of your little checkpoints. You're never stuck in my classes. If you need to make a little adjustment, make a little wiggle, you make that adjustment. Listen to what your body's telling you. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten that front leg. Right leg comes back to your thigh, reach up and overhead. And exhale, extended side angle. Elbow to knee, right arm up. Or start to bring that right bicep over your ear, right pinky swing down. Again, we have this long line, right fingertips, right arm, all the way down your side body, into your right heel. Remains one strong line of energy. Pressing up, opening your chest. Don't allow anything to sink down into that left elbow. One breath in, and exhale, pick up the ball of your back foot. Plant both hands, step back to your high plank. Lower down, belly or halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, tiptoe, walk, step, jump all the way forward to those hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up. Arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands come to heart. If you have blocks handy, this will be the part where you might need them. So bring them up to the front corners of your mat. Inhale, your arms come up. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. This time, step your left foot back to that low lunge. Inhale, right up, crescent. Exhale, right into a warrior two. Inhale, reverse your triangle. And exhale, extended side angle. This time we're going to take our elbow and instead of resting it right on our knee, put it on the inside of your knee. Now this is just an option. If you preferred the option we did before, you take that option. Elbow inside your knee. Another option here, reach down, put your hand on a block. Left arm goes up, pinkies spin down, right over your ear. If you don't need the block, you can have your hands floating with that forearm pressing right against the inside of your shin. Maybe your pinky's on the ground. So a few options here. Breath in, breath out. Last inhale and exhale. Plant your hands, pick up your back heel, step back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll pause here for a quick breath in and out. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk or step or float all the way up to meet those hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolls you up to standing. Arms float up. Exhale, takes you right back down. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. This time, step your right foot back. Set up that low lunge. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, right away, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, right into our extended side angle. New options. Left elbow, right inside of that left knee. You can grab that block. Or float that left hand just above the ground. Pay attention to what your arm is doing. Make sure your chest is lifted. Open to the side of the room. Breath in. And breath out. Plant both hands down. Move that block out of the way. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. And exhale, walk or step or float your hands all the way to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Arms float up, gaze goes up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll pause here for a breath in. And a breath out. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Another time through with more options at the end for our extended side angle. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your left foot back, low lunge. Inhale up, crescent. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, here we go, extended side angle. Option one, knee, and elbow connected. Option 2, elbow inside the knee. Option 3, we'll find a half bind. Your left arm drops behind your back and seeks out the top of that thigh. Or a full bind, your right hand snakes under and catches fingertips. Now, if you're finding the bind, the important thing to remember is if you're hunched over and your chest is closed, you've gone too far. You've got to be able to keep that chest open and lifted, even while bound. So take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and breath out. Breath in, release the mind if you have it. Breath out, plant your hands, spin the ball of your foot up. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, walk, step, float all the way up to meet those hands. Breath in, halfway lift. Breath out, forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Arms float up, and your exhale takes you right back down to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hand step your right foot back this time. Inhale up, high crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your triangle. And exhale, extended side angle. Now, options here. Your right hand can drop behind your back for a half bind, seeking out that thigh. Or you can snake that left arm under, finding a full bind. If you're working on that half bind, your left fingertips can come to the block or to the floor or float inside of your shin, just like we did before. Breath in and breath out. Breath in, release your bind. Breath out, plant your hands, spin your heel up, step back, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here for a few breaths. From downward facing dog, we'll do a quick back bend here into wild thing, maybe flipping your dog. I'll walk you through the whole thing. You choose how you want to approach this. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open up your hip so that your right heel is reaching toward your bum. Try and keep the weight even as possible between your two hands. From here, you can stay just like this and make big hip circles. Or if you need a little more, you can let your right leg get so heavy that it comes all the way down to the mat. All 10 toes point toward the back of the room, and you flip your dog around, reaching your right arm towards the front of the room. Breath in. Now the trick here is send the weight back into your left leg. Replant your right hand. Your right leg goes right back up, three-legged dog. Plant your right foot next to your left, back to downward dog. And other side, left leg goes up, three-legged dog. Open up your hips, left heel goes towards your bum. You can rotate that knee around, making circles, or start to let your left foot get so heavy it lands on your mat. Rotate all 10 toes to point back to the back of the mat. Gaze up and over. Breath in. Shift the weight back into your right foot. Plant your left hand. Your left leg goes right back up. Left foot plants down next to right. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, look up to your hands and walk or step or jump all the way through until you come all the way down onto your back. We'll move through a little bit of bridge pose before we finish up the end of class. So for bridge pose, you want to plant your heels really close to your bum so that maybe you can even sweep your fingertips alongside. We're going to move through a more dynamic bridge pose today. So have your hands planted nice and firm alongside your body. Your elbows from your palms are connected down to the ground, that forearm. From here, you're going to rotate your pelvis under so your low back is flat against the ground. Press up high, Lift those hips, squeeze those glutes, and lower down, letting your low back be the first thing to make contact with the ground. Keep that low back in contact with the ground. Don't release that shape, and press up high. And lower down. Your low back contacts with the earth and stays there. Inhale up. Squeeze your glutes and exhale down. We'll do 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale down. And last one, inhale up. And exhale down. Moving into shoulder stand and maybe an opportunity for plow. Get those forearms still, or the upper arms this time, planted nice and firm against the ground. Lift your hips, maybe rock back into those hips, keeping your neck, that natural curve in your neck exactly where it is. Keeping your elbows squeezed together. You want to hook those thumbs on the back of your hips so that your hips are close to over your shoulders. Starting to straighten your legs up and overhead. But the goal here is to get your toes stacked over your hips, stacked over your shoulders, with the weight of your hips being held by your forearms, making a nice 90-degree angle with the earth. Now from here, you can move into plow 1 leg at a time or 2 legs at a time. Finding a bend in your knees as you come into plow is fine. Some days plow feels awesome for me. Some days it's really painful. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with plow pose. If your toes are almost to the ground but not quite, widen your legs a little bit. It makes it a little easy, gives you a little more space. If you're in plow, start to bend your knees around your ears. If you're in shoulder stand, slowly start to lower your back down towards the earth. In plow pose, start to roll your back down towards the earth. And find happy baby pose, reaching towards the outsides of your feet or your big toes. Maybe sway back and forth a little bit from side to side. You can straighten one leg, straighten the other. Take a breath in and a breath out. Grab your knees. Give yourself a nice big hug. Here in this pose, imagine all of your bad energy and negative thoughts and frustrations leaving your body, flowing into the floor and away from you. Curl yourself up into a little tiny ball, giving one last really great hug. And exhale, release into Shavasana. Your legs are wide. Your arms are palms up away from your body so that you're not touching your body anywhere. Take this opportunity to rest and find a moment of quiet meditation. And I'll call your attention back to finish class. Gently start to bring some movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And roll onto your favorite side in the fetal position. Gently press yourself all the way up to seated. Keep your eyes closed if that feels comfortable. Draw your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. Cleansing exhale. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Thanks for being in class today. I hope you loved it and learned a couple things. I'll see you back next time.